For the second night in a row, John has been reduced to sleeping in his car out in the wild, out in the middle of nowhere. It's a risky maneuver, but he's got away with it again. John is absolutely covered in blood. He is low on food, and he's starting to question why, oh why, oh why. Is he pressing on? Is he continuing to go forwards? Why doesn't he just retreat back to his base, back to safety, and just live out the rest of his days in peace? Well, it's hope. It's hope. That's what drives John on. It is the hope that he will find something life-changing, a survivor, a cure, something. That's what drives him on. But for now, the thing that drives him on the most is the hope of finding some food. John is completely out of food, and he's going to continue to press on, go south deeper into the Raven Creek Island. There are some locations up ahead that would be worth checking out. John is also going to check these corpses of these zombies and other vehicles. Maybe he will be lucky enough to find some breakfast. Nothing here for John. He's also running low on water. Times are tough. Let's continue going on the road and see what John can find. Okay, so John has been checking out the vehicles as he goes along, and it is slow progress. There's actually quite a few wrecked and abandoned vehicles on the road. Almost as many vehicles as there have been zombies. And he's not finding anything. He's beginning to think. He's concluded this is not the best use of his time. Very hungry. Soon he'll be starving. There is a location on the map marked as some sort of commercial retail shop. So maybe that is where John, if he's lucky, will find some food. It is a long drive, but at the moment it's John's only hope for food. Okay, so it looks like on the map that this is going to be the main port facility. There is, as I said, a green location on the map, so I'm thinking that maybe it is a gas station. That would make sense. So it's still quite a long way in, still got a long drive, but let's do this. Okay, here we are, and John's hunch was absolutely spot on. And there's quite a few zombies here, but here's a gas station. John should be able to take care of the local Zeds with the crowbar, and hopefully he will find some food. And also another issue, another problem that John's just noticed, he's very low on gas for his vehicle. We really need to keep an eye on that as well. We do not want to get stranded on the island and have a long walk. But for now, let's see what is in the gas station. Maybe if John's lucky, we'll find some food. Okay, so John's coming up on the gas station. The shelves look full, but it has been deceptive. We've seen that before. So let's see what John can find. We've got water. That is something. Okay, so John is finding a few scraps of food. We found some pop. We found some sunflower seeds. And a fair bit of water. And some orange soda. Let's check out the back, see if there is anything worthwhile in there. Okay, well, desperate times call for desperate measures. We've got some gum. It's -1 hunger, which is almost nothing. Right, well, let's replenish John's water. He's almost out. And then we move on. We see what else we can find on this island. Okay, so John leaves the gas station behind. I think this may be the last day, the only day that John spends exploring and searching the island. Everything that's ahead is industrial. Eventually he's going to run out of food again, and at this rate he's going to run out of gas. John is really starting to miss home, and he really wants to get back as soon as possible. But for now, as we're here, we should check out what there is. Okay, well the first 2 containers were locked up tight. Wow, there's a lot of containers here. What are we going to find? Okay, so John went back to the police patrol vehicle to get a loot bag, but then he remembered something beginning with an S. That's right, a sledgehammer. So we're going to open up the rest of these units and then have a thorough search and see what, if anything, useful John can find. So that is all 3 of these huge units. Absolutely search, lots of containers, a little bit of loot. But it is time to move on. Hopefully John can find a very big car park, and if we're lucky we'll find a vehicle with a little bit of gas on so we can keep John on the road. But for now, let's move on. Time is ticking. Okay, so we've moved on to the next unit. We have quite a welcoming committee for John. We're going to stick with the one-handed weapon because we've got quite a full loot bag in his offhand. John's got this. Okay, zombies taken care of. Now, desperate times call for desperate measures. John is going to search through these garbage cans, see if we can find anything that's edible. Okay, absolutely nothing in any of those sort of dozen or so garbage bags. Just up ahead we have another industrial unit. Let's get inside and let's see what John can find. Okay, this place is absolutely locked up tight. There's definitely zombies inside. We've heard the gurgling. This is going to be the only way. It's not the only way we can get in. We can grab the sledgehammer, but let's get on with it. Okay, we're in. Let's get some light on the situation. Okay, again, let's see what we can find, but let's make this quick. Okay, there are definitely several zombies right up above us. John does not have the time. Oh, at this rate, he's not going to have the energy to fight them. There's nothing here. Let's move on. Okay, this is the last industrial unit in this area, and I'm seeing offices. I'm seeing this is like warehouse space, so maybe John is lucky there will be a breakthrough with a few morsels of food again. It is quiet. There is not much happening. There are some zombies around the front. There are no vehicles in the car park, which is bad news for John. We've got just one zombie, although we did hear some smashing glass, so there's going to be some inside. Let's see what John can find in this place. Okay, so we're in the foyer bit. There is a lot of doors here. But again, time is against John. So let's not waste time. Let's get on with the search. Okay, so we're in this office area. There is a water dispenser. So let's take the opportunity to keep that water topped up, because John does not know the next time he's going to be able to have access to water. Okay, this place is a real maze. There are doorways everywhere. This is the main warehouse area. I mean, I really can't think John's going to find anything useful here apart from the odd zombie. But maybe if John's quick and efficient, we can search through. Maybe we'll be lucky. Okay, this is one big warehouse. I gotta say, there's a lot of containers here, and that's one less zombie. We've searched through about a third of that main warehouse area. We'll definitely take that. And there's not much there, so I don't think there's going to be much value in John searching every single container. Oh man, John was way too casual there. Man, that zombie almost got him. He just didn't expect there to be any zombies behind that door at all. Oh, whew. That was close. There's some more zombies to come. Okay. Let's close that door and let's leave it closed. Man, that was a close one. Constant vigilance is required, otherwise before you know it, it's game over. It's the end of the road for John. He's come so far. Okay, well that is the ground floor warehouse space completely searched. It is slim pickings. There is some office space and there is a second floor. And there's almost certainly going to be more zombies. Oh, something tells me that is not going to be the last jump scare of this little adventure. So many corridors, so many doorways. John really needs to be careful. Okay, looky what we've got here. We have a break room. Do we have any food though? A dish towel. I'm saying nothing. Okay, one final room. We've got a doctor's office. Let's grab what we can. And then we've just got to check out upstairs. Here's zombies somewhere. What is this place? Is this some sort of living quarters? Let's just open all the doors up and yeah, see what comes out. Man. Okay, this is difficult visibility. How many close calls is John going to have before he realizes it is time to move on? Okay, John has found another break room. I think this is going to be the only place. Yeah, absolutely no food. It is going to get dark very, very soon. Let's get out of here. Okay, so this is the state of play. This is all of this industrial area. We've been around and searched. There's the gas station. There's the entrance to the docks. This looks like power stations. I'm not going to find anything there, but as you can see, it's all industrial. Does John really want to risk his life searching through there? But for now, there is a problem. John is running very low on gas. There were some vehicles, about a dozen vehicles along this road. Let's see if John can get there before he runs out of gas, and if we're really lucky we can find some gas in those abandoned vehicles. Otherwise John has got quite a long walk home. Okay, so John is actually going to risk it. We're going to go off to this right hand side. Yes, this is a big car park. John almost missed it. Now there are some nice looking vehicles here. John wasn't completely unprepared. Do have a couple of empty gas cans. Let's check out these vehicles and hopefully we can find some gas. Here we are, the second vehicle that we checked. We found some gas. Now I think this would actually, it's a real dribble of gas. This would be a really good place to sleep for the night. So we need to make it safe. Still got a lot of vehicles to check out. John is getting tired. Night will be falling soon. So let's take out all the zombies in the area. And let's continue to check all the vehicles. Hopefully we can find a little bit more gas. Okay, John is absolutely slaying it with this crowbar, even though he's a little bit tired and he's a nervous wreck. They don't stand a chance. I think that is the area cleared. Man, John almost missed his car park. Let's continue searching the rest of these vehicles. Hopefully we can come away with a whole full gas can. Yes, here we go, more gas. Okay, so John has checked about a dozen cars and John's luck is turning. He has managed to find pretty much a full gas can of gas. And so that should be enough. There is no way he's going to be sleeping in his police patrol vehicle while there is a bunch of zombies just a short distance away. So we need to remove the threat before John gets too tired. Okay, so that is every vehicle checked, and it was really quite extraordinary. There was over a dozen vehicles, and half of them had gas, so we walked away with a full gas can and a half. So now we should have more than enough gas to get John home, and a part of him just wants to drive home right now. He is tired. He is hungry. He is feeling a little bit sad. He's nervous wreck. He's terrified. But he's going to drink himself to sleep, not for the last time, with a whole full bottle of bourbon. And John will review the situation in the morning. Hey, another night passed in the vehicle, a third night of sleeping in his car. It's like John has turned into some sort of hobo overnight. John is just about managing to stay on top of his hunger. Still got another full gas can here, so didn't put all the gas in. But John needs to really think about what to do next. Okay, so it seems that the curiosity is getting the better of John. He's not starving, so he's going to spend one more day exploring this whole island and see what we can find. So let's move on. Okay, so John has arrived at his next location. As always, there is a welcoming party, but it is just a couple. So John is going to stick with a hand axe and take care of these two. And let's see what is in this next building. Okay, we have an interesting proposition here. This looks like some sort of abandoned warehouse that people lived in for a very short time. There is no signs of life now though. Okay, so this seems to be the only area that has any sort of containers, but yet again, no food whatsoever. Okay, next location. That is one big warehouse. I expect that Johnny's going to need the sledgehammer again, though. I think these are going to be all locked up tight. John needs to practice with his axe, with his right arm. Okay, we're in. And again, it is quiet. And again, it is warehouse space. I don't think John's going to find any food here, but there's no zombies. It is worth checking through. Maybe John can find something truly valuable in this place. Okay, so something of use at last. Fishing net trap. We're getting a few bits of loot, some medical supplies, some fishing supplies more importantly, but perhaps most impressively, most excitingly, the acoustic guitar. Another welcome addition to John's growing a collection of musical instruments. Okay, so this looks like it gives access to the rest of the units. No, it gives an access to this unit here. Wow, that is a lot of clothes. Well, maybe we can find something useful. Let's continue searching. Okay, so this is all been sports equipment. So John has found a few little bits of a few items to keep him occupied. Yes, John did just leave 2 baseball bats. We got enough of those, but we found tennis balls, footballs. So let's move on. Okay, John has made a decision. He has a real gnawing hunger now, and it just doesn't seem likely that he's going to find food anywhere. What he is going to find is a lot of zombies. John is going to make a tour of the port. There were a lot of containers there. There's no way he's going to have the time to open up every single one. He's going to have a drive around. He's going to have explore, see what he sees, see what he can see. If it's just all warehouse space, we're going to put this island behind him. But for now, we've got work to do. Okay, that's another few less zombies in the world. We got a warehouse space here. That is all the zombies taken care of. Maybe. Well, no, there's always some more. There's actually quite a lot more. Let's take out the rest of these guys and let's just see what is inside this warehouse space so we can probably guess. Okay, that is the zombies taken care of. I think that is the area clear now. Okay, it's warehouse space. Let's not waste time. Let's move on. There's a building right next door though. Let's see what that offers. Okay, so we've got an office building right next door. Now, Johnny's just gonna look through the window, see if we can find some sort of break room. If not, okay, we've got... Let's just make this quick. Let's just go in here. Maybe John will be lucky. No. Okay, I doubt there's going to be anything else in there. Let's move on. Okay, we've got another group of zombies, but John should make short work of them with the crowbar. But there's always another zombie. Or 2. Or 3. John is pretty useful with the old crowbar. Okay, so we're up on another industrial unit, another warehouse space. It is worth checking. You never know what we might find. Okay, well, John, as usual, is distracted. He should be looking for food. All he should think about is food. But if he does survive to Christmas, maybe he will like to wear some antlers. So we're going to take this, the Santa suit. But it's time to move on. It is early afternoon. There is one... Okay, more fishing equipment. That is useful. There is one more thing that John definitely wants to check, definitely needs to check, has to check before he moves on, before he leaves this port harbour. Can we eat that? No. This whole area behind, there is a boat. There is a boat docked just on the far side of the harbour. It's just there's no way John could leave that. I mean, the fantasy, the possibility of there being a group of survivors there is just too tantalizing to ignore. Okay, so John is finally leaving all those warehouse spaces behind. We're going to head directly to the ship. Who knows what adventure awaits there, but I'm just going to fast forward through this drive just so you can see how big the site is and how many containers there are. Okay, I think this is the ship. Now, it does not look like there is a way to get on it. not without an extraordinary amount of hassle. But the other thing that John notices, there is quite a welcoming committee. There's a few zombies. What a smashing shell suit that one is wearing. I really should try mine on at some point. So it looks like that ship is not, can't get into it, but we will investigate further as soon as we've taken out these guys. Let's investigate this area further. Let's investigate this ship further, but it may just be out of reach. Okay, so John cannot see a way to get onto the ship. Maybe it's possible to build up staircases, but that gives you just an idea of just how big that ship is. Who knows what goodies, what surprises, what secrets are waiting for John to discover. Now, I've just noticed there is a staircase off to the left here that leads to this walkway. So maybe that is how John can get on the ship, but it demands investigation. Okay, so this is going up 5 or 6 flights, and I gotta say, John is scared of heights. The visibility is poor. At any moment, a wrong step could lead to him plummeting to his death. Okay, so this gangplank leads right over the ship. But there is a dead end. That is a dead end. There is no way to get across from here. It's time to go. It's time to go. John needs to get back home. He really misses the safety of his base. He could really do with a nice 3-course meal. He is super hungry. He is covered in blood. He needs a wash. He needs a good night's sleep. He misses his home comforts. Let's get the hell out of here. Okay, John is relieved to be back on terra firma, back on solid ground. Now, there is one thing that John really should do before he leaves the port, before he goes back to the mainland, before he puts this all behind him, and that is check out some of the trailers. There are literally hundreds on this site here. That is unlikely that John's going to find any food, but again, curiosity pushes him on. So let's get back to the patrol car, let's get a sledgehammer, and let's open up a few of these containers. Okay, so John has been driving around the site, and going around every bend has been quite a big group of zombies, but now you can really see just how many containers there are. None of them have got doors, so we're going to need the sledgehammer, and it is worthwhile. It's just, you just got to see what's inside. But for now, there's probably going to be quite a few zombies following in John's patrol vehicle. Should make short work of it with the crowbar. Okay, that is that group done. Let's just scout ahead and make sure John isn't going to get surprised. Okay, yeah, there's a few more coming. They're old fast shamblers. John is nervous wreck. He's terrified. He's depressed. He's really missing home. He really needs to get back home. Hey, John is doing a good job of stumbling into another group of zombies. Okay, so hopefully that's it. Hopefully now John's got a few moments. Just look how many containers there are. Imagine the goodies that are in there. I wonder if somewhere amongst this huge site there is containers with guns and ammo That's right, John's thirst for guns and ammo continues unabated. But let's just open up 3 or 4 of these containers and see what, if anything, there will be. Okay, well, this could be extraordinarily lucky. It could be extraordinarily boring. This is the 3rd container John has opened up. The first 2 were completely empty, and John was like, yep, I can see how this is going to go. But look at that, all of those vending machines, you'd think there'd be some food, but absolutely nothing. Let's open up 1 more. You just have to just keep going. Okay, the last container we're going to open, actually, let's just go outside. And there is 1 poor lonely zombie just standing in that container. Let's do 1 more. 1 more, just 1 more, and then John is moving on. John is putting the port behind. John is getting the hell out of here. Okay, so the 5th container is the 4th one that's empty. I feel like John's gonna keep going until he gets something useful. But because it's like playing a game of chance. But let's do this one last one. This is the last one, and then John has to move on. John has to leave. Yep, another empty one. John has obviously picked the wrong row. Let's get the hell out of here. Okay, so John has been driving around the site for an hour trying to find an exit. We've ended up having to just go back the way we came. It is time to go. It is time to find the main road, leave this port, leave the island, and get back home. Okay, John is just driving on by what I can only call a fortress. The temptation to stop, to really go upstairs, to really understand what the hell that place was all about is huge. But we're going on by, we're driving on by. That I feel like death awaits John in that place. Okay, the adventure is over. The little port side quest is done. It will be forgotten about. Let's get home. Okay, we're back on the mainland. John has picked up his trailer. He is now starving. His health is just falling away. But hopefully in a little more than an hour, John will be back home and he's going to treat himself with some pancakes. So John has finally made it. He's been driving through the night and he doesn't think he's ever felt such relief in his whole life. The welcoming lights of home. Well, John's done it. He is back home. It has been quite an ordeal. There has been a slaughter of zombies, but John has triumphed. It is another challenge overcome. He's home. We made it. First things first, John really needs to eat. Is there anything that he could quickly grab to eat? We're gonna have cabbage. We're gonna have some cabbage and we're gonna eat it. We're gonna eat the cereal, actually. Really pig out. Well, it's difficult to think if John could ever contemplate leaving the safety of his base, the confines of these walls. Outside, there's nothing there for him now. There's nothing there for him now. He has survived. It is June 19th. John has survived for 3 months, 19 days. He has killed 5,395 zombies. He has become a very brave survivor. There's his skills. John is going to spend the next several days at home, recovering, resting, really thinking about what he's going to do next. John is ready for his bed, but first he needs a wash. Thank you so much for watching today, and I really hope that you enjoyed it. And if you feel you want to, do hit that like button and comment. Let me know what your thoughts are and what anything, if anything, John could possibly do next to perhaps finish off with Raven Creek. But for now, that is going to have to be all. If you haven't already subbed, peace.